Welcome everybody. Welcome to Art Party Central. I am Megan Patrice Riley, NPR, and I get to be your host today. And just welcome. Thank you for sharing Saturday of Art with us. So before we get started, I'm just going to do a little housekeeping. If for any reason we get cut off from this Zoom, we are going to be posting another Zoom link to our website, which is www.artpartycentral.org. And it just in case, if there's, and we will also be sending an email to everybody. Oh, I did forget to do this. We love seeing where you are. We use the chat a lot when we get started in Art Party Central. So if you have any questions, feel free to put things in the chat, and also just kick things off. Tell us where you're listening or watching from. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and welcome to my studio. I get to be your host today, and I think we're going to get started. So without further ado, we are going to mute everybody. That's the Zoom protocol I was talking about, and we're gonna get started. Hi, welcome. We have Maine, Maryland, Brooklyn, Massachusetts. Okay, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Megan Patrice Riley, and I'm your host for today. I'm one of the co-founders of Art Party Central, and it is my pleasure and honor to introduce you to 6 amazing artists and makers. I'm joined by a co-host today, Charlie, who says admin there. He's with Ekologic, one of the other co-founders of APC. And if you have any issues or you have something that comes up during the party, please feel free to DM him during the chat, or DM him in the chat. And I really do try to pay attention to the chat. So as presenters go along, feel free to pop questions in there. And if we don't get to everything, we have a little after party just to have a little bit more informal conversation. We'll be able to chat with the artists and ask some more of those questions that we don't get to during the full presentation. Okay, we have 6 super talented artists. We're joined today by Griffith Evans. Hi, Griffith. Joanne Litz from Steel Pony. Emily Shaffer Studio. And we have Barbara Poole from B.Felt. Rebecca Scott from Shepherd's Run Jewelry. She's a new artist, so welcome her to APC. Hey. And then we also have Crystal Kodada. Hi, Crystal. Hey. Let me tell you how this party is going to shake out. Each of the artists will be giving a presentation. And if time allows, we'll have 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted, as well as some of those questions from the chat if we have time. At the end of the party, we'll raffle one $50 gift certificate for each of the 6 artists' websites. So that's 6 chances to win just for hanging out with us today. And we do ask that you're present to win, so please do stick around. We're also going to give everybody a special discount code because you're all winners to us, and we really do appreciate you being here. And that code is good for all of the artists' websites, as well as your hosts and co-hosts. That's going to be given out at the end of the party, so stay tuned. And we're also going to have that little after party. We'll have a little bit more time to see things more in depth. So without much more, we're going to get started. Our first artist we're going to hear from today is Griffith Evans. Griffith, take it away.
Hi, happy Saturday, everyone. It's great that you can join us today. My name is Griffith, and I live in New Mexico. I build jewelry with wood from locally harvested trees. I steam the wood and bend it to create curved shapes. I experimented with bending little pieces of wood a few years ago, and by 2018, I had a small collection of wood jewelry. And at that point, I began traveling to shows and exhibiting the collection. People often describe my work as uncommon or unique. Wood is a very familiar material for most of us, but maybe not so much in the context of jewelry. So I'm excited to be able to share some things with you. This is a pendant necklace design that I've been working on. I've been building this one for a few years now, and it's available in a variety of wood and bead combinations. Just a very simple shape, well proportioned. My mom has a silver ring with a round green stone which spins in its setting, and now I realize that I incorporate that spinning stone in some of my jewelry as well. I have Christine here in the studio today, and she's modeling one of those pendants so you can get a sense of it. This is on an 18-inch neck wire. That's braided steel neck wire with rubber tubing. And I hand build those beads with porcelain clay. I'm going to show you a few other options in this pendant style. I also build this with apple wood and walnut, sycamore, and this is gray dyed sycamore. And then there's three bead options as well. So about a year after I designed that pendant, I was thinking about earrings in the same shape. I call this the platelet earring. And as you can see, I build this in many combinations as well. So the platelet is about 1 inch tall, and the post is secured in the back with a really comfortable large rubber clutch. I realized very early on that we don't all have the same size wrist, and that many people would probably appreciate a selection of cuff bracelets if they were available in a variety of sizes. And I build cuffs in all these 5 sizes that you see here, and almost everyone falls somewhere within this range. This is a selection of my production models displayed here. I build these designs in each of the 5 sizes. And on my website, which is griffithevans.com, you can see a selection of these models in a wide variety of wood and bead combinations. I also do individual Zoom consultations if you want to look at stuff in more depth. On the website, I do have a video which explains how to order the right size. This is the abacus cuff, and it's another example of this, this spinning bead motif, which seems to keep popping up in my work. I'm going to show you some earrings after I put the camera back. This is called the hoop earring, and it's a very distinctive shape. It stands off your earlobe at an interesting angle. It's so light. Christine's showing us one here and on the live model. So some of these accents are hand-built porcelain, and some of them are Swarovski crystal pearls. Another thing that's new to Art Party this week is this little series of pendants. Christine and I collaborate on these pendants. She's a figure sculptor, as some of you may know from other art parties. So she actually sculpts these medallions in porcelain, and then I set them in wood bezels. And it's just kind of a fun, whimsical little thing. We build these in, we have 5 designs. They're all facial motifs. We have mouths and smiling mouths. There's a full face, left eye and right eye. These are hanging on 18-inch sterling silver chains. The pendants themselves are about 1 inch in diameter. It's just a real fun way to, you know, express yourself, let some of your personality show through. So Megan, do you have any questions for me?
I do have questions. I just like was speechless for a moment because I am so taken by the figurative work.
Oh,
I love that you guys collaborating. It shows it's really beautiful. So one of the questions that did come up in the chat was you had mentioned that you use locally harvested wood. Where do you source that from?
Right. Well, my neighbor has an orchard up a little bit north of Santa Fe, where he and his family have grown fruit trees and nut trees for many years, and they've allowed me to harvest some of their declining trees. So that's a big source for me. I get walnut wood there, apple, peach, and apricot woods, and then you know, sometimes I get things a little more by circumstance. I was walking around and someone offered some wood to me from a tree they were cutting in their front yard. That turned out to be sycamore wood, which has a lovely grain pattern. And I'll just hold up a sample of that quickly. It's almost like an animal skin. But yeah, this was just, like I said, someone was cutting this tree in their front yard and they generously gave me quite a bit of it. So
that's awesome. And it feels like, so another question that came up, what are some of the benefits of harvesting your own wood then? Because it's such a unique way of harvesting even.
Yeah. Well, one of the main benefits is that I can control the way in which it's cut. So I can change the cutting angle, for instance, to expose the grain in a different way, or perhaps highlight some special features within the wood that may not be available in commercial pieces. Like, for instance, oftentimes I'll use things such as, this is a little section of pith that's part of the nutrient transport system, and it runs right up the center of the tree. And that's not really viable for commercial wood, but you know, it makes a lovely little accent on a piece of jewelry. So by harvesting my own wood, I get more options that way. And also because it's not processed in a kiln, oftentimes the color is more bright, more vibrant.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. We definitely have some more questions, but we have run out of time. We're going to come back because there are many pieces I would love for Christine or you to try on, and some questions about sizing with the cups. Stay tuned, you guys, for the after party. We're going on to our next artist. We're going to hear from Joanne Litz from Steel Pony.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's beautiful here in Philadelphia. For those of you who have not met me yet, my name is Joanne Litz, and I am a partner and the designer at Steel Pony. My husband and I do the business together, and I mainly do the designing. So we do, my customers love the clothing because it's really comfortable, and they like how they get noticed, and because the clothing's different, and they like that. And they like to be different, and they're very independent, and they love comfort. And so I try to make everything as comfortable as possible, but also as beautiful as possible, so that you can wear it dressed down or dressed up. My size range is pretty wide, and so is my collections. So I am going to show you today what I've been working on for spring. And I designed this collection during the election. And so my big thing there was, I was really thinking, you know, optimism. So it became a very colorful collection. Also flowers, because for me, that also feels like, you know, it's spring and the flowers are blowing, and that's very optimistic for me. So so those are the two themes. My collections are generally based around themes. I also work in, everything here is all hand dyed, and I work in natural fibers. So the first piece I'm going to show you is the one I'm wearing. It's the Ariana coat. Forgot it for a second. It's 100% cotton. It's a long duster piece, and it's got tabs in the front that are Velcro. And then I also added Velcro pieces inside, so that if you wanted to wear it open, you could do that. And it's got big pockets, and it's all shibori dyed. We do a lot of shibori dyeing here. It's one of the things we really love to do. Under that, I'm wearing a the Madeline dress, which is probably my favorite piece. And I don't know, I'm gonna try to like just go down a little bit so you can see it. So it's like a tunic dress. It's got this big pocket. It's 100% cotton. And I just did this other piece that just peeks right out of it, but it's a style that I do a lot. This one is called the Fin, and it's a sleeveless piece, and it's 100% cotton with the printing at the bottom. I also do it in a long sleeve version called the Jude, but I really like the idea that it's just like peeking out here, peeking up there, and I love the layering, so I'm really into that. And I'm wearing our capris as well. So the piece I have next to me this is, I'm going to flip back up again a little. This is called the Genevieve. And if you can, I don't know if you can see this really well, but this is all free-form embroidery that I did. So every piece is different. I might try to move it closer. This dress form doesn't like me, so it may or may not work. But you can kind of see how the flowers are all free-form, and I do each one by itself, so you never know what you're going to get. So they're all one of a kind. And then, you know, I do all different sizing too. So this is a one sizer. I do a lot of size free things. It's a poncho piece, and underneath of it is actually the Jude, which is the sister piece to what I'm wearing underneath with the floral. So that sort of brings the floral feeling back in. And then I did this style, which is called the Lilith. And that also has the floral embroidery detail. And I accented it with one of my husband's journey bags, because every journey needs a bag, and his bags are great. So I'm always accenting my pieces with that. I also do in addition with the other kind of dyeing I do, this piece is a modal piece. It's another fabrication that I do. It's all sustainable. And this is called Cassia. It's Dennis is the one that really does the dyeing, a lot of the dyeing now. So he created this amazing patterning, and every time he dyes it, dyes differently, and it's always gorgeous. So it's really a beautiful dyeing. It's a great fabric to dye. And then I do sweaters. So this is one of my sweaters. It's a one size. It's kind of a tie-dye piece with the 3 different colors. And I matched it with our modal pants. So you can see everything in the what's new section. I do so many different things. I encourage you to just go to our website, steelpony.com, and look around and ask me questions.
Yes, and actually a question just came in for you. They were asked, someone had just asked, do you make each piece and all the colors for each season? Like, what's the color range for the pieces?
So everything is made to order, kind of. So, and I dye it by the garment. So I make everything in white, and then I dye it based on what people want. So like this shirt, I can dye in any of the colors that I'm doing for the season. So the colors this season are, this is sunshine, this is phthalo, this is magenta. And oh, I'm sorry, this is actually not sunshine, that's a spring kiwi. I do have, this is sunshine. So I do, you can get anything in anything. That's the beauty of our clothing. It's all made to order. I also do have things on the rack, which you can go to the on the rack section of the website if you want something immediately.
Oh, that's great. And so if that's another question that came up, how long does it take to get something once you do order it, since it is made to order?
Yeah, I try to do it within 2 weeks. I always ask everybody, if you have a special thing that you need it for, you should give me the dates so that I can accommodate you. Because when I send out my, when my orders come in, it says it could take 4 to 6 weeks, but it really doesn't. I just say that because I like to fudge it.
Yeah, give it just in case for some extra special. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, yes, I do understand. Another question that came in is, how does your sizing work? So you have a wonderfully inclusive sizing.
I do. I go from extra small in some things to 3X in some things. And I have this really cool sizing chart system on my website right now. And hopefully it's on most of the styles. But if you'll put your information in, and I'll tell you what size it recommends, because what might be a small for you in the cotton knit might be a medium in the modal, or vice versa. So I kind of designed the sizing so that it can help you figure out what size you would want to wear.
And it sounds a little bit material based as well, affects the sizing to some degree.
Material and how a person likes to wear things. Some people like everything fitted, some people like everything so big, you know,
totally
sized. So it depends. So it's sort of, you get to pick how you like to wear things, and then you put your sizing in, it helps you figure it out.
Oh, how cool. Well, awesome. What a nice resource. Oh, we'll have to everyone check that out. That's really helpful when ordering
It's a really
online.
cool app.
Oh, yes.
You know, something that I'm using. And I'm always asking my customers for feedback. So if anybody uses it and is finding it hard to use, I'd really like to know that.
Cool. Oh, thank you so much, Joy. And we'll have to come back. We have more questions. We'll have to come back for more. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks. Awesome. And we're going on to our next artist. We're going to hear from Emily Shaffer.
Everyone. Hi, Megan. Thanks Art Party Central for having me, and I definitely recognize some names on here. So thank you everyone for joining us. I'm excited to show you my new work. But before I do that, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself if you're not familiar, and tell you about my core collections that you will, as of right now, always find on my website. So my name's Emily Shaffer Studio. I've had a business for almost 5 years now. I grew up in Pennsylvania, studied art education and metalsmithing at Kutztown University, and then promptly moved to New England after that and started my business. So I'm just gonna dive in and tell you about my core collections. The first collection that you'll find on my website is the line collection. And this was the first collection that I made that kind of has informed everything else. I've built off of that. And all of my work is made from silver wire. It all kind of starts like this. I melt it down from scrap, or I order wire, and I build forms using sterling and argentium wire. Argentium's really nice. A lot of my work is made from that. It doesn't tarnish as quickly. And as a metalsmith, it's a really nice silver alloy to work with. So the line collection contains pieces that look like this. They're single layer, but they are still very interesting, very lightweight. I like the shadows that are happening right now. They are all brushed to a matte finish and oxidized on that interior square line so that there's a little bit more depth. I want to take these off really quick. These are called the wing earrings on my website, and they just frame the face so nicely when you wear them. It's a large earring, but it's still really lightweight. And they've been really popular, and they're just great for summer. That's the wing earrings in the line collection. Also in the line collection, you will find stud earrings like this. They just come with little silver backs like that. It's a really great collection to find gifts and things that are under $100 if you want to find gifts or just something a little sweet. The next collection that I want to show you is the layered collection. And this is a collection where I took the line collection, but then started to add a three-dimensional feature to it, basically. So everything is oxidized on the interior, but then brushed to a matte finish on the exterior. And these are really great. They're very elongating. And I'm actually wearing the matching necklace to that right now. It's got a long silver bar here that's made of argentium. And I love it because you can turn to the side and it just always stays interesting. This is on a sterling silver snake chain, a 24-inch chain that has a, let's see if I can show you here, a little extender chain on it. So you can hook it on any of those and it could be shortened if you wanted it to be. So that's some of the pieces in the layered collection. Ooh, one more. This is a classic. I love these because you turn to the side again and they're still interesting. Still very lightweight for their size. The next collection that I want to tell you about is the edge collection. And that's basically where I took the line collection and some of those forms and I added a nice contrasting edge. And also the interiors are oxidized as well. Still very lightweight earrings and great for every day or if you want to dress them up. The edge collection contains hoop earrings of different sizes. This is a great like 1-inch everyday size, but then if you want something a little smaller, more of like a huggy hoop, I'm not sure if I said that right, but it's just a tiny hoop that kind of hugs your earlobe. That collection also contains a new cuff that I wanted to show you. I love how this just glows in the light, which is kind of what matte finish silver does. Instead of really like reflecting what's in front of it, it just creates this nice soft satin glow. This also has a hinge on it. You can open it up, slip it on your wrist, and it makes it so that you can have a bangle that is not as large and doesn't flop everywhere, but it just kind of sits at the bone there. Let's see, and then some of the newer pieces that I wanted to show you. The stripe collection is my newest collection. I just posted these on Instagram. You can see me wearing them, but they're also in the new arrival section on my website. So, which is brand new. That just launched this morning. And I just love these earrings so much. I have another version of these like stripe wraparound dimensional earrings here. And it's all hand fabricated, hand built from Argentium silver wire. Just adding wires to each other and building forms. And then this is a new earring as well with a nice little hinge.
Emily, those are awesome. We didn't see those before.
No, that's why I'm trying to rush. I want to show everybody these.
Ooh.
So these have those nice stripes. And I'm trying to, there's the light. And it also has a hinge right here with a really strong little clasp that it just snaps into. It's the most satisfying snap. And these are great because they're lightweight, but if you're wearing a scarf and you're worried about pushing an earring out, that's not going to happen with this earring. So I also have a version in the new arrival section on my website that does not have the stripes. It's just a square.
Ooh.
And this came from the last Art Party Central when someone asked if I had square hoops, and I really didn't. So I made you some.
Oh, we're so honored, and thank you for putting up special pieces for us today. We really appreciate that. Thank you. And also, thank you for bringing these. Someone had just asked a great question, a little bit of process and design. What makes that dark part of the jewelry? How do you get that dark color, like you're drawing the stripes with it?
Sure, yeah, that is still, so here's a ring that has oxidized stripes in it. That is still silver. It's a surface treatment, basically. I use liver sulfur, and there's a couple other compounds that I use. But what it does is it just speeds up the oxidation process on the silver and makes it that nice black. And then I seal it with a wax. So, and the cool part about it with a lot of my pieces is that area is protected. So it's always going to stay black on most of the pieces.
Oh, that's cool. Because usually sometimes it can rub off. It's like.
Right. If it's exposed on the outside, which actually can be really beautiful sometimes as you wear an oxidized piece of jewelry, it wears and it just gets more beautiful as you wear it. I kind of want mine to be protected so that it just stays that same way.
Oh, awesome. Emily, I know we have some more questions in the chat. We've run out of time, particularly loving that ring that you're wearing. I know we'll have some time to try some of these on in the after party. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
And we'll go on to our next artist. We're going to hear from Barbara Poole. Barbara. You'd unmute. Yes, sweetie.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday, and also happy Passover to those who celebrate. Tonight and tomorrow and whatever. Anyway, I'm Barbara Poole. I'm the B of B.Felt. And what I make is all my garments and accessories are made with silk and merino wool that turns into felt. I know a lot of people, they think of felt, they always think of the stuff that you had when you were a kid in kindergarten, you cut out and you make little fancy shapes and all that. No. I make felt, I make it the traditional method of making it. And it starts from wool roving that I get dyed, already dyed. Buy my wool roving already dyed. I dye a lot of stuff, but my wool roving I always buy already dyed. It comes in over 250 colors. I'm a painter by training, and I never ground my own paint. So I feel fine buying already colored wool. And as you can see, it's very, very sheer. And then I pull it apart, and little layers are laid down on top of the substrate. And the substrates in most cases that I use are silks. Now we're heading into spring and summer, and a lot of people think, oh, wool, 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 we put it all away. But in fact, if you, wool is actually, could be an all year, should be an all year product. It really should. It can be spun to the point where it's see-through. And men, well, they used to, I'm sure, I don't know if they anymore, suits. You buy a summer weight suit made with summer weight wool. And the beauty of it is it breathes. It's also, it's antimicrobial. So that means it rejects lots of bugs, though it does attract one particular bug we all know about. And it also is, it also resists staining, and I consider it a miracle fiber. I really do. I mean, how many antique polyester rugs have you ever seen? Zero. They're all hundreds of years old wool. In fact, felting is actually the oldest textile known to man. It predates weaving by almost 1,000 years. So there's that. So what I want to talk to you today is about lightweight felting. Now, what I have on right now is one of my scarves, and I call it an illusion. It looks like there are big flowers floating all over me. It's produced. I make it on a base of silk organza, and the silk organza is coming from me from a fair trade company in Kazakhstan, and it's on the Silk Road. And they're reviving the Silk Road with a small cottage industries, mostly all women. And what I love about it is when I get it, each scarf is not necessarily the same length because it's coming from all different women. So they kind of, they're off by, 1 or 2 inches, but they're generous in length. Let me show you how long they are. And they're wide too. They're 16 inches wide. So it's wide enough. I can wear it like a little wrap, but I can also squish it all up. Oops, fix that bit. And wrap it around my neck like a scarf, or as a scarf, and wear it that way because it's squishy enough. So it'll serve you in the spring and summer as like a little shawl. Come the fall, you can wrap it around your neck and you've got a warm scarf, because silk and wool do both. And I have a lot of fabulous different patterns. I mean, I love flowers. I love color. I always joke, I say I make the stuff that goes with black. Believe it or not, that's always my #1 question I get when people come into when I'm doing real shows. People always ask me, does this go with black? I never know how to answer it, to be honest with you. This one is my sunflowers. We have sunflowers. And then these have just all gone up on my website. These are my newest ones. And this one, I'm just madly in love with this one. It's cherry blossoms. Wouldn't it be it's cherry blossom season, in fact, but I think it'd just be so lovely to wear to a wedding or a special occasion. I mean, to dress it down, or you can dress it down with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, either way. And I've done the leaves. I love the leaves, the palm leaves. These were very popular when I was traveling. And I have it in the white with the leaves floating on it. And I also have it back here in the black. One of my absolute favorites is this person right here. This is called confetti. And confetti is me not wanting to waste one scrap of this precious wool ever. So this scarf, all those little bits in it that you see, all those little wool bits, they come from the pet laces that I cut out, like on my dresses, one of my holy dresses, or the in-between spaces around the flowers that I cut out. And I saved huge bags of this stuff. And I finally figured out, voila, a beautiful new scarf called the confetti. And this one's been very, very popular. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is dresses. A dress is a wonderful item of your wardrobe. You put a dress on and you're dressed. You don't have to do anything else. Dress, sandals, out the door, that's it. If you want to put earrings on, it's great. And I want to show you.
I love that. And Barbara, I just wanted to make sure I got the name of the dress correctly. It is called the whole wheat dress.
Holy, Holey. I don't want to be irreverent.
Okay.
It's called part of my Holy line. I make Holy scarves, Holy shawls, Holy jackets, and Holy dresses. And I guess it's perfect for this week, which is, I guess, Holy Week, which would be irreverent. And this dress comes, it's a custom item. I mean, I make them and I bring them to shows, and if it fits you, great. If it doesn't, I can adjust it, or I'll make you a custom one. And I don't charge extra for custom orders. And as I showed you the hem comes in the hem is by length by holes. So like this one is only one layer hole. So this puts it just at the right tiny right below my knee. And I'm 5'5", or at least I used to be. And then I'll show you again so you can see what this one is. I'll back up. So this has 2 holes. This comes to my knees. And you see it's touching the top of my calves. And then if I give you 3 holes, it goes all the way down to your, goes below your calves. And well, I don't have I do have a 3-hole one right here.
This is so awesome. And just a question that came in, we have time for one question. How do people contact you or conduct a custom order with you?
To conduct a custom order, go through my website, send me a message. We'll set up an appointment. And then if you don't have a tape measure, I'll send you a tape measure. All my dresses and garments all my dresses are based on an A-line. So it's really the only 2 measurements I really need are your bust and your hips. And that's all I really need, because the dress will pretty much cover all that.
Oh, awesome. And you're showing us that's the one with the 3, the longest
holes. So this one drops, not to the floor, it'll come, and I said, I'm 5'5", on me, this dress comes to my ankles. So I'm not,
perfect.
So if somebody was 5'7", say it would be like, an inch up above.
Perfect. Pretty elegant, pretty just gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. Thank you so much, Barbara. I know we have more questions. And lots of questions and love for those beautiful floral patterns as well, and the colors. So thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll go on to our next artist. We're going to be hearing from Rebecca Scott. Rebecca, welcome.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're perfect, sweetie.
Sorry, it was looking funky. I'm still getting used to Zoom. This is my first time at Art Party Central, so thank you guys again for having me. Much appreciated. A little bit about myself. I am a self-employed jeweler in Cambridge, Mass, and well, Cambridge and Somerville. My studio is in Somerville, but I'm currently working out of my home right now because I have a 5th grader who's at home. So I'm making jewelry and making lunch and teaching math that I don't understand. But I spend a lot of my time making jewelry out of predominantly Argentium silver, 14 karat gold fill, making things that I love wearing. When I first started making jewelry, I made things I didn't enjoy, and now I only make things that I do wear and things that make me happy. I use a lot of texture, a lot of very simple elemental shapes. I use a lot of natural shapes. I take a lot of shapes from objects that I found. Sorry, this is such a glare on this. But pebbles from beaches, objects that either I have found, my son has found. I do work with stones. I don't have a lot of stone pieces to show today, but one of my first things that I ever started making jewelry with was pearls. And I used to use them in a beaded sense, but I use them more. So these are my radiant pieces. They are pearls that are pinned onto sterling silver. So I love doing little details like that. Working with some natural themes as well. This was one of the first designs I started making a version of when I started working in silver. I like working with leaves and things of that nature. I love working with the contrast in metals as well. Most of my pieces, I tend to do a lot of mixed metals. So I'll do the same pieces either in a bright silver and gold or an oxidized silver so that you can have a little bit more of a subtle contrast, or you can really, really see the difference in the 2 metals. a lot of texture. I don't really put a high polish or a high shine on anything. I tend to put texture from various different hammers. You don't have to worry about your piece getting scratched over time. It's just going to accumulate more texture and more provenance the more that you wear it. And I like to layer a lot of pieces as well. So you can kind of build a look and have simple, more layered. Let's see, what else do I have? I like to have a lot of movement in my pieces as well. So there's things like as you wear these pieces, they'll make different shapes throughout the day. A lot of, just again, this is taken from a mussel shell. Back to my beach theme, there's various different pebble pieces that I have. I tend to work on variations of the same shapes because they still keep fascinating me. These are super popular. These are my nugget earrings that sell over and over. They're large, but they're very lightweight. And again, textured, simple. You can wear them with just about anything that you already own. I do a lot of smaller pieces as well, a lot of small studs, which, you know, as we transition from season to season, the cup studs are great. They always catch people's eyes because they're not sure if they're convex or concave or if there's a pearl in them. So those are kind of a fun one. These are great no matter what you're wearing. Again, small but little movement. These are my buttoned up studs. They're the first stud design I ever made. And they are still a fan favorite. Another one of my very, very popular earrings is these guys, the little half and half halos. These will, they're not fixed. So they'll move during the day as you wear them. So I like a little asymmetry in my pieces as well. And I love the contrast of the dark silver and the gold fill. So anyone who's not familiar with gold fill, it's a wonderful material for being on a budget. It is 14 karat gold that's up against your ear, but it is filled with a base metal. It's very different than gold plate. Gold plate will wear off pretty much instantly if anyone's ever bought a plated piece. Gold fill is on there and permanent and really, really just gives you the warmth of gold without having to have this price of solid gold. Yeah, and I make things that I want to wear every day, be it something like a bangle, rings, just simple pieces.
I love that you explained the gold fill. That's one of the comments that just came in the chat. Someone had asked to see your ring that you're wearing.
This guy?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a good picture of it.
Yeah, Marina's cheering for you on this.
Thank you. This is my shield ring, which of course isn't actually up on the website at the moment. But it's a really, really fun piece. And we'll be up soon. I have little stud earrings that go with it as well. And I do, again, this is in an oxidized or a bright. The oxidized will develop over time. I always polish the edge so you get a nice contrast. Over time, this will kind of develop its own patina. It'll lighten a little and you'll actually, it'll show a little bit more of the texture in there. But it's nice. It's not too far off of your hand, so you're not going to catch yourself, but it's light, but very eye-catching as well. Again, having that disc, it really radiates light out when you're wearing it.
That's so cool. I love all the texture. Can you talk a little bit about how you're bringing the texture in? Yes.
My hammers, my two favorite hammers, my other one isn't with me right now, but one of my hammers came from my grandfather. The other one came from my father-in-law. Old beat up construction hammers. You can see some of the texture on the face here. When you whack a piece of metal with another piece of metal, the texture that's on this face will then transfer to the metal that you're hitting. And I love being able to use tools that are from my family. You know, they've been used for, now I'm the second generation, and you know, just old hardware store tools. I have a lot of fancy jeweler's tools, but I have a lot of things that I've just kind of jerry-rigged and made work for me too.
And makes it very personal to your work as well, which is lovely. Someone is saying that is awesome. Agree.
Thank you.
And that becomes another question that came up is, what are your favorite materials to work with?
Argentium silver. When I first started working, I was using sterling and I found soldering to be a little too finicky. And my teacher at the time said, you should try Argentium. It's new to the market. And she said, you don't have to solder, you can fuse. I was like, what is this magical metal? A lot of very traditionally trained jewelers don't like Argentium. There is a little difference in terms of working with it, but I hadn't trained properly in sterling. So I just went and bought a bunch of it and played with it and absolutely fell in love with it. From my end, it's more malleable, it's more ductile. As Emily said, it doesn't tarnish as quickly. So there's a lot of really fun things about it. It actually has a higher fine silver content than sterling does as well. So that, and then I love working with real gold, but not everybody has that budget.
Yeah.
But I love working with gold fill too. I think it's a wonderful metal. And so those are my two predominant metals that I enjoy working with.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. And maybe the more fine silver helps contribute to the less tarnishing as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Rebecca, I definitely want us to talk more about the necklace you're wearing in the after party.
Yeah.
But we have run out of time. But I thank you again, and thank you for being here for your first time. Yay! Awesome. We're going to go on to our next artist. We're going to hear from Crystal Kodada. Yay!
Hi, thank you so much, Megan, thank you. And thank you everyone for coming. Welcome to my home. For those that don't know me, I'm Crystal Kodada. I'm a handbag designer. A little bit about myself. I went to FIT for accessory design, so purses are my passion. I design all my handbags here in my home studio, and then I have them handcrafted in a very small sewing studio in Union City, New Jersey. I used to actually design for various brands before I started my own brand, and I used to travel overseas. I designed for Jessica Simpson, Nicole Miller, Buck Hair, a bunch of different brands. But I realized that there was a bit of a void in the marketplace for handbags that were quality and that really served just like a really more meaningful purpose that really benefits like the customer. So I felt that a calling to just create my brand. I've been doing this now for 7 years, and I just keep on learning and experiencing things, and I'm all about inspiring and empowering you beyond the purse. My handbags are handcrafted in leather, full grain leather, which is the highest quality leather. That gets better with age, just like us ladies. You can see that this has a lot of great high lows, and it gets really durable. So let's get started. So this is the Invincible Clutch. This is, I have a design patent on it. It can be worn couple different ways. You know, like your hands, both hands can go in. It can also kind of just like, you can really have fun with it. It's really just like it's a statement piece, and it really just like shines, like really spotlights you as like, you know, the individual. And then you can put your ID under the flap, very suave, top zip, opens. You can have a lot of things in there. You can really dress this style up and down. It's a statement piece. It's a conversation starter. Everyone that has this bag, they get so many compliments, so many people coming to them and just saying like, where'd you get this bag? It's just really great, again, conversational statement piece. Then we have the Limitless Tote. This is kind of like your Mary Poppins bag. So this was like love at first sketch when I first designed this bag, because I wanted just multiple pockets so that like you can kind of do the job of 3 bags in one. So, you know, you can put your mask here, your phone here. It has everything, has a reason to coexist. Has the back slip pockets here. And also on my site, it's not on my site, but I do have this color as well. So if you're interested in this in particular color, you can always message me on my website. I am there 24 hours for you. And then we have the Timeless Totes, which is it's more simple style, but you know, it's really wonderful because again, super versatile. It has this dip here, so it's really comfortable under your arm. And then you can put your iPad here. It has the embossing, so it's very secret yet special. It has the back slip pocket here, and then you can put your laptop in here. Yeah, it comes in a bunch of different colors. Now, this is the Freedom Back Bag. A little story about this mannequin. Both of my parents actually went and fell in love at FIT, so fashion really does run in my blood. So this was my mother's fashion mannequin when she was designing for clothing. Maybe I will do it one day too. So this is the Freedom Back Bag. So this bag is just, again, designed to empower you to go wherever you need to go, and anywhere around the world, supermarket, walking your dog, like this bag is there for you. And it's really super sleek and it's not bulky. And actually I wanted to show you that you can wear it. So you can wear it as your traditional, backpack, or you can actually take the buckles off. So then it just becomes a sling bag. Like you could take one of the straps off, attach it to the other side, and it's a sling bag. So there's all different options for you. And you can put your passport in here. So it's really great for traveling. And then when you open it, bam, you can put your water bottle here. I'm all about functionality, again, as I say. So I'm just like, everything is really made for like to make your life easier and just happy and pleasant while feeling stylish and beautiful and empowered. So that's the Freedom Back Bag. And then lastly, we have the runway, because the world is your runway. And you can wear it 3 different ways, as a crossbody, or you can take the strap off and then it becomes a wristlet, which can then also link into any bag as well, which is kind of cool. Like, so you can like link it to this bag if you wanted to, and it's just easy access, like so, like that. Or yeah, it can be a wristlet as well. And again, it has a pocket here and the pocket in the back. And it comes in a few different colors. I do very limited runs, so everything is I try to keep it, I don't want to waste anything. I'm very like also slow fashion as well. So everything is just like very well thought out. And I also want to keep it really exclusive and special for my customers. So that when I create new runs, like different colors, new things. So I always want to keep it fresh.
Wow. Okay. We have a bunch of questions coming from the chat, Crystal.
Oh, right.
Wow. Okay. We have a bunch of questions. So one of the questions that came in is, yeah, people are asking if you can wear it like a fanny pack also.
You can. Oh my God, best question ever. So you can actually take this part here, and then you take one of the parts here, and then you can attach. And I'm happy to, if they message on my website, I can show more pictures or just explain it more. But so yeah, you can do like depending on your
awesome.
but yeah.
That's awesome. And another question that came in is what is the shopping experience like when they contact you at Crystal Kodada?
Yes, the shop. So I just love my customers so much, and it's white glove service. Like it's really start to finish. I am just like the person. I'm a one-woman show at this moment, and so everything is start to finish. Like contacting me on my website, emailing me, calling me, Instagram and Facebook, social media, everything. And I ship everything. And if there's any questions, any special requests for like, gifts, and I love to do personalized gifting, messages and bows to send, really all about the presentation. So I anything for my customers. I hold space for my customers, like in the sense of, even if you just like need to be like lifted up, I'm here to give you positivity.
Boy, Crystal, such great energy and emotions. Thank you so much. I do have way more questions in the chat for you, by the way, so make sure you check out. But one of the questions quickly, does a mini iPad fit in there?
Yeah.
Potentially, maybe? In the little runway bag?
That's a great, I'm not sure, a mini iPad. I'm not sure. I know definitely like all the iPhones and stuff do. I'll have to check. Yeah. I have on my website the measurements. So yeah, that's a great.
I was gonna say even like a Kindle would fit in there maybe too.
Right. A Kindle. I have a Kindle. Yeah.
We'll double check. We'll double check.
Come, circle back. I have a Kindle.
Cool.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay, awesome. Well,
we have a Kindle. We have a Kindle here. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh,
the
how
Kindle
sweet.
does
Oh my God,
fit.
like great assistant. Whoever did that, awesome.
My husband, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Crystal, so much. And there are more questions in the chat for you, and we will have time to answer some of these as we go into our after party. At this moment, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to start pulling winners for the gift certificates. I want to give everybody a round of applause. Thank you to all the artists for being here and bringing their energy and their artistic creativity. It is so inspiring to be a part of and to watch and for you to share that with us. We didn't do a cheers at the beginning, so I want to cheers everybody now and say happy Saturday, happy Passover, and thank you for being here. We're gonna go. We're getting really close to these gift certificate winners. I'm just gonna give a shout out to Charlie for being my co-host and for taking care of us in the admin. Thank you so much. As we pull these winners for the gift certificates, I ask that you drop your email into the chat so we can make sure we get you the right codes. You can also DM the admin directly if you'd like to keep your email private. So we're ready to celebrate. You can feel free to unmute yourselves because we're going to that more casual time. Say cheers, buddy. And our first winner for Griffith Evans Jewelry. Our first winner is Jennifer Angelo. Jennifer, you're a winner. I'm cheersing. Oh, Soli, yes, nice to see you. Yes, and our second winner for Steel Pony this is awesome. A second winner for Steel Pony is Cindy Liebel. Cindy, my buddy, congratulations. Yes. This is totally random. Our third winner for Emily Shaffer Studio. Emily is Mikal Kraus. Mikal, you are a winner. Our fourth winner for Barbara for B.Felt. Our fourth winner is Lori. Lori, winner. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Our fifth winner for Shepherd's Run Jewelry, that's Rebecca Jewelry. Our fifth winner is Emily.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We lost her.
We lost her.
Rose.
You froze. Megan, you're frozen. Megan.
Megan.
We lost Megan.
Somebody poke her.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna text her.
I'm here.
Where are you?
You see me? Sorry about that.
Where'd you end up?
Where are you?
Where are you? Oh,
We don't see you.
No.
No, we can't see you.
You see me?
No.
No. Yeah, I see it now.
Where?
Wait.
I don't see her.
Raise your hand.
Oh,
Where are you?
Oh, she's
here.
gone.
She's gone.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here. Can you see me on my iPhone?
There you are.
Hey,
No, you're
My
here.
iPhone. For
There you go.
apologies about that.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Woo.
Hi, I'm on my iPhone, so sorry about that. Welcome to my studio. Our fifth winner for Shepherd's Run Jewelry. Did we do that one?
We got cut off. Cut off.
Charlie, it's on my phone. Can you read out those winners for that?
Where did we get to? So you got to we stopped at Shepherd's Run. We didn't get through Shepherd's Run. Okay, so Shepherd's Run is Emily Zwiliska. Wisklack. Did we get that? Emily? There we go. Okay, you're back in. And then for Crystal, we have Nina Avergan. We got to beat Nina. All right. Oop, where'd you go? Megan.
Here.
Problems with her.
Can you
All right,
see
then.
me?
No.
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 Uh-oh. Yeah.
I'm on.
Actually,
I'm
everybody's
on the,
There you are. There you are.
I'm
Gotcha.
sorry.
There you are. You're back.
Okay.
Wow.
Yay. Yoo-hoo.
Well, I'm in my studio and it's Brooklyn Wi-Fi. So apologies, you guys.
That's a whole different thing, right?
Wow, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Did we give Crystal's winner out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, you guys. You're all winners, and we super appreciate all of you. So we have a discount code for all of the 6 artist websites, as well as the host and co-host. And that code is good till April 2nd. And that code is going to be ARTPARTYMAR27. That will be in an email to you with all of the artist websites as well. So you do not need to take notes. Thank you. And so we're going to go into our after party really soon. So please feel free to stay or go. And we're going to open this up to questions. We also have parties coming up in the next 2 parties coming up this week. We're going to be hearing from It's by Jan, Lorak Designs, Suchi Pottery, Amy Canarak Designs, Carla Goodian Art and Design, Christine Evans, Merzada, Bottega Flaviani, Ariel Brackett Jewelry, Megan Patrice Riley Jewelry, and Ekologic. You can RSVP at artpartycentral.org, and you'll be getting a follow-up email about that as well. We'll also be offering a workshop called Presenting Yourself Virtually. That's going to be April 9th at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. That's for all of our artists and all of our customers. We love for anybody to come or pass it along to people who may be interested in this. It's going to be, we're sending an email to everybody with an Eventbrite sign-up link, and that cost will be $25 for the hour-long workshop. Again, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie, for dealing with this and for being amazing. Making everything run smoothly. Thank you so much to all the artists as well. We really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit more in our after party. So everybody, if you have questions, this is the time. I know we did not get to everything.
Yes, there was a question for
Awesome.
For Griffith about 2 things. Do you have men's sizes for bracelets? And then also, how do you care for the wood?
Yeah, okay. I do have men's sizes. Actually, I'm going to bring the phone around to this table again. So this range of sizes, this really does encompass both men's and women's wrists. The numbers on the table refer to the interior circumference all the way around. And for instance, I wear a 6.5. And I'll just put on a 7.5 just to give you a sense of how large this might be. Christine, can you hold it? So here's a 7.5. And I mean, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but there's a lot of room there. So, you know, within this range of sizes, it's definitely men's and women's. And I do build all these different models in that full range. Can you repeat the other question, Charlie? Was it about care?
Yeah, care for the wood, yes.
Right, okay. Well, I do finish all these pieces with a varnish, and then I buff it. So it does have a pretty good level of protection. You really don't need to be concerned about, you know, any special treatment. It's best not to let it get wet for an extended period of time, but you know, some occasional moisture or getting caught in the rain isn't going to hurt it. Just dry it off afterwards.
Perfect. Let's see. We also had for for Crystal, what kind of leather do you use? Oops, nope. Unmute.
Sorry.
There you go.
So I use full grain leather, which is the highest quality grade leather, because there's different grades of leather. There's like top grain. There's like, yeah. So the full grain leather is basically like, so nothing is taken out, nothing's taken off like the leather, like the actual like skin of it, like the property of it. Like, so that's why you can see here, it has like all of the high-lows, the just different like variations of textures within, and also it patinas, so full grain leather patinas, so it gets better with age. So it kind of like with the oils of your hand, it just like starts to get like really delicious.
Oh, perfect. Okay, there's also a question for, let's see, for Rebecca. Someone wanted to see, let's see, in back of you, there's some, a necklace behind you that looks like it has, let's see which one they were referring to. Top shelf, it looks like it's long with pearls. Oh, just to your, just behind you. Right there, that one, yes.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, what is that?
This is a lariat. Here, I'll pop it on so you can see. So I make each one of these head pins and put a pearl on it. I used to do a ton of these. You can wear it any length that you want. They are super labor intensive, but I love how they look. And again, they have a lot of just movement and delicacy to them. I do them in all sorts of different colors of pearls. I try to limit how many I do now because I go blind when I make them. But they're freshwater pearls. And the fun thing about them as well, you can put the lariat at the back as well. So if you're, they do well with brides, for instance. If you have someone who has a backless dress, they're very pretty, but they fit anybody because you can tie them at whatever length you wish also.
Now,
So,
are those, is that on your website? I didn't see that.
no, not right now.
Okay.
That's a good question. Can people contact you then?
Absolutely. Anyone can reach me. I'm at info@shepherdsrunjewelry.com. And also I have a chat feature on my website too. So that if I'm not live on chat, it will send me an email, which I'll reply to as well.
Awesome.
There was also a question about the necklace that you're wearing right now too.
Yes.
You can show us that one.
This is the deep dive necklace. This one is on my website. Yay. It comes, so you can see it's oxidized sterling silver and then 14 karat gold fill. And like with all of my necklaces, it has an adjustable length on the back, and I can also do custom lengths as well.
Love that. The two-tone is lovely.
Yeah.
More questions, Charlie, that we missed? Are we good? You're muted, sweetie.
That is all I had. Yep, that's all I saw from the.
I saw one for Crystal that was asking about, I think Liz had asked about a smaller size for the backpack, or if that, you have other sizes?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. This is kind of, this size, it's nice because it really is, it's not too big and it's not too small. It's actually, I mean, what I would say about this bag is like, it's not bulky, so it's not, like it doesn't overly look big. And it's actually very light as well. It's pretty light. So yeah. But yeah.
I love the one strap idea too.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that in a while. That is very cute.
Thank you. Yes. I have to say, see how it looks like smaller on, honestly, like if you look at it, it's a really good size because it fits a lot of things, but it's not too cumbersome and big, if that answers your question. And I'm sorry
One other question that came in for you too is, do you make wallets or other accessories like leather accessories?
Other leather accessories, wallets. Yeah, I used to, and for some reason the bigger bags just kept getting more of a response. I do have a lot of people use the wristlet as a wallet.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, cool.
They can link into that because they can link into their bags too and easily.
Yeah, safety.
Yeah.
I like bags and bags and bags. Thank you, Crystal. And I see a question for Barbara in the chat asking about, can we see the white swirl scarf that was behind? Oh, you're wearing it. You're muted, sweetie.
There we go. Yeah, I saw it in the chat too. So I thought, oh, I'll put it on, throw it on, and I can see
So
it.
cute.
Yes, I do this actually. I don't have one right now, but I do it 2 ways. So this is white on black, but I also do black on white. So I do it both ways.
Ooh. Yeah, that's awesome.
It works both as both a scarf and it ties right up. Because it's organza, it has body. It has sculptures. When you make it a scarf, it's really kind of poofy and fun.
I love that. Oh, Lori says, thank you for showing. I like that you're doing it's interesting to see the white and the black, the difference, it takes on a different look completely.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, this is super fun, like when we're shopping. And someone just asked, let's make sure I get this question. Can you model the scarf on the back wall with the black and white flowers?
Okay, yeah. I showed you the cherry blossoms. This is cherry blossoms in black and white. Isn't it beautiful? And I think this one's very elegant, I think this is just, I mean, not with this particular dress, but with just a plain, simple, I mean, the little flowers float over you. And because it's black, if you wore a white dress, it would just be the opposite. It'd be like negative space. It's a fun optical illusion, which is why I call them illusions.
Awesome. That is so cool. That is lovely. Someone saying they're from DC and really appreciating that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Steel Pony, Joanne, I want to see more. And more about the pockets you have in the piece, some of the hidden pockets you have in the pieces.
The hidden pockets? I try to put pockets in mostly everything, but if you mean the Genevieve, which has side seam pockets, and then the pant that I do is called butterfly pant, and that is funky pockets on the sides. You know, I try to just put something somewhere for everybody so that they have some place to put their hands, or they have, you know, their phone or whatever they need.
Little extras, like you have a big pocket in the dress you're wearing too.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite dress, I have to say. I think, you know, I haven't been able to make any for the shop because I've been filling orders on them. It's been one of my most popular dresses. So I guess I get to keep the sample because I don't know that I'm going to get to make any for myself.
That's so cool. Someone just said a wonderful thing in the comments. They said that the duster you're wearing looks like a painting. Like, so that
that's shibori dyed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the more traditional shibori dyes that my husband does, and we do it in different fabrics, different styles over time. And I just love, I mean, I was trying to go for like color with then have the black, so, you know, the bright with the dark. But that was
some contrast. Yeah.
Contrast, yeah.
And all the colors are beautiful. So each time you get one, it is really individual.
Every piece is different. On almost everything I make, it's different.
That's so cool. Looks great. Thank you. Anybody else? I keep shouting out these questions. Are great in the chat. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Emily, we didn't see some of the necklaces in the back.
No, you didn't.
We'd love to see some.
Sure. Can I show you something of Barbara?
Sure.
First?
Yes.
God, I have one of her scarves and I love it so much. I love this season scarf of hers, but she was mentioning about the wool and how it lasts for years and years. And I think I've had this for like 4 or 5 years. I love it so much.
Oh, so it looks great.
Show it off.
Okay, well, that is the cutest. Thank you.
Isn't it adorable?
It's so cute. Yes.
It's like so warm and it's dyed and it's merino wool. And I just like, I'm so excited that Barbara's here and I just wanted to show her that I love it. And it's standing this, it's like perfect. So yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Show your necklace.
Yeah. Show us some. Yeah. I was like, I'm eyeing these beautiful things in the back.
So this is a necklace that I just made for an exhibition. It is quite heavy and it is, it's part of my striped collection and it features this really fun clasp here that's almost like a money clip sort of deal. I took one of those shapes and I just cut it in half. And right now it's for an exhibition, but I would be happy to make someone one of these pieces or, yeah, I would just be happy to make another one. It's not available on my website, but you can email me and I'll just put it on so you could see how it looks as a collar piece. So it just sits right below the collarbone and it feels really good. It's really smooth.
Looks like it'd be good with some of the ring you're wearing.
Yes, yes. And so all of these are two different collections. But the cool part about all of my collections is they all talk to each other. I kind of have them separated, but on my website, but you could order something from one collection and wear it with a ring or a pair of earrings from another collection, and they still look really great together. So I always try and keep that in mind when I'm designing. Did I show you guys this one?
No, and I love this one.
I love this one
yes.
too. This is in my layered collection. It's got 3 pieces and it's got this layered look to it. If you can see it on there, it's got 2, there we go. And it's nice because the chain can come off and you can put a longer chain or a shorter chain in there if you'd like. And
yeah,
it comes with a chain extender if you would like it. So cool. And it's a matte finish silver and the interior is oxidized as all my pieces are. So.
And then one other question just came in the chat. Can we see the earrings under the circle necklace beside the exhibition piece?
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, it's the earring under the circle necklace beside the exhibition piece. So yes, I'm guessing those.
These. Okay, I call these frame earrings. They just kind of have this frame look to it. I can put one on. They are also, like all my jewelry, very lightweight. I feel like I have too many pieces of jewelry on right now. I need to take one off, but we're here.
we're at an art party. It's
yeah.
Safe place. Yes.
So I love just how the light hits these. They have a really nice, long, elegant look to them. And that nice matte finished silver. The other thing I didn't really talk about was my hooks. I kind of like custom made this style hook. It's got a round part here and then a corner. And what I love about this corner is you push it, you gotta just push it back. And it's just a lot more secure than a swoop that I have found. So if you forget to wear earring backs one day, it's a little more secure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My Edge collection.
Edge collection with oxide. Yes. Anybody else? Any questions? Let me know. We may be wrapping up our Saturday art party. I want to say again, many, many thanks to everybody. Thank you, Liz. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Happy Saturday to you. We look forward to seeing you at our art parties next week, Thursday and Saturday. You can RSVP at artpartycentral.org. You'll be getting a follow-up email and we'll make sure you get every artist website and the coupon code. So happy Saturday again and have a great one. Happy Passover too to those who celebrate. Yay. Bye.